So as I had already said, there are two types of GD topics, factual and abstract. Factual can be subdivided into two other categories, factual generic and factual specific. All right. Now see, factual topics, as I had already said, these topics are related to any kind of facts, information. It can be something related to politics, it can be something related to the history, it can be related to any current affairs. All right. So factual generic topics are basically related to general some kind of general things. Okay. So there are a lot of things that keeps on occurring, that we come across, that we face on a regular basis. There are certain things that are general, like one example is given here, as you can see here on your screens. One example is given here. See, cricket and India. So now this is a factual topic, but if we have to categorize what kind of factual topic, this is a factual generic topic because this is a general topic. It is not related to any particular event. Okay, it is not related to any particular event or occasion, or it is not related to any specific event. So that is why these kind of topics are factual generic topic. As you can see here, these topics require a basic level of awareness with respect to the various segments of our environment. So we need a basic level of awareness in order to discuss about these kind of topics. All right. So you do not have to be somebody who knows about that particular event. When you hear this word cricket, okay, cricket, so you have an idea about this term cricket and you can explain it, isn't it? जब cricket सुनते हो तो कुछ भी बोल सकते हो उसके related, है कि नहीं? तो स्पेसिफिकली एक मैच के बारे में बोलने के लिए नहीं दिया है कि नहीं? सो इट्स जनरली अबाउट क्रिकेट, सो यू कैन स्पीक everything related to cricket. Now this topic is cricket in India. So how cricket in India is associated with one another, how cricket in India is related with one another, so you can discuss about these things. Okay. Now whereas specific factual specific topics are related to a particular event. Okay, factual specific topics are particularly related to a specific event. Specifically बोल दिया जाएगा कि ये event है, this is a event that had taken place earlier, that had taken place on this particular date, and you have to discuss about that particular topic. Now comparatively, factual generic topics are easier to discuss because you can give a general opinion about that particular topic. You can discuss about that topic if you can discuss about the topic, because most of the time factual generic topics are related to related to those segments which generally we are aware of. ठीक है, लेकिन स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक्स क्या है? फैक्चुअल स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक्स आर स्पेसिफिकली रिलेटेड टू वन पर्टिकुलर इवेंट. ठीक है, जैसे कि यहाँ पे ही मैं समझा देती हूँ, क्रिकेट एंड इंडिया. सो दिस इज अ फैक्चुअल जेनेरिक टॉपिक. ठीक है, अभी इसको अगर मुझे फैक्चुअल स्पेसिफिक बनाना है तो मैं कैसे बनाऊंगी? ठीक है, तो सपोज मैच हुआ, कल एक मैच हुआ सपोज, तो 30 नवंबर 2020 क्रिकेट मैच. ठीक है, तो वो क्या बन गया, स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक बन गया, फैक्चुअल स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक, बिकॉज यहाँ पे हमें बस उसी मैच के बारे में बात करना है, द मैच दैट वाज हेल्ड ऑन 30 नवंबर 2020। ठीक है, क्रिकेट एंड इंडिया जब हम बोलते हैं तो क्या होता है, तो इट्स अ जनरल थिंग, तुम क्रिकेट के बारे में एंड हाउ क्रिकेट इज रिलेटेड टू इंडिया, इंडियन टीम, क्रिकेट का जो इंडियन टीम है उसके बारे में, एंड ऑल द थिंग्स रिलेटेड टू इंडिया एंड क्रिकेट, तुम उसके बारे में बात कर सकते हो। लेकिन स्पेसिफिकली अगर डेट मेंशन किया होगा कि वर्ल्ड कप के बारे में बोलो, ठीक है, और अगर इस डेट के बारे में बोला जाता है कि सपोज एक डेट दिया जाता है कि इस डेट 30 नवंबर 2020 मैच, क्रिकेट मैच के बारे में बोलो, सपोज इंडिया पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट मैच 30 नवंबर 2020 के बारे में बोलो, सो यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू टॉक अबाउट all the other matches, you will only have to discuss about that particular match. So that is factual specific topic, okay, do not be confused, ठीक है, general topic basic topics होते हैं, okay, so it's easier to handle, it's easier to discuss about the factual general generic topics because हमें पता ही होता है generally, क्योंकि ये specific, it's not related to a specific date, specific event, or any specific occasion, so that is why क्या होता है, हम उसके बारे में जो भी related thing जानते हैं, we can express that, we can discuss about all these things, whereas regarding factual specific topics, you have to definitely have certain knowledge about that particular, that particular event, you definitely have to know about that particular event, that particular situation. Other than that, if you do not know, if you do not have any kind of information regarding that particular event, then you will not be able to discuss, okay. Now see, the Jasmine Revolution and implications for the Arab world. Okay, now the Jasmine Revolution, this is a revolution, it had taken place at a certain point of time, isn't it? Jasmine Revolution एक certain point of time में हुआ था, ठीक है, तो अभी दिस इज अ स्पेसिफिक इवेंट, क्योंकि जैस्मिन रेवोल्यूशन के बारे में बात करना है, ठीक है, सो इफ यू डोंट हैव एनी आइडिया रिगार्डिंग जैस्मिन रेवोल्यूशन, देन यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू टॉक अबाउट इट, विल नॉट बी एबल टू डिस्कस अबाउट इट। लेकिन यहाँ पे देखो, जो फैक्चुअल जेनेरिक टॉपिक्स है, these topics are, in general you'll be able to discuss about these topics, issues of managing diversity in a country like India. So in India, there are a lot of cultures and traditions. So that is why there's a lot of diversity in India. है कि नहीं? बहुत सारे cultures है, traditions है. हर एक state में अलग अलग culture है, अलग अलग tradition है. Not even state, हर एक जगह में, एक स्टेट के अंदर भी बहुत सारे ट्रेडिशंस एंड कल्चर्स होते हैं, है कि नहीं? सो हर एक जगह का अपना कल्चर है, अपना ट्रेडिशन है. सो इंडिया इज a place where there's a lot of diversity. So this topic is related to diversity and India. So how to manage diversity in the country India, and you will be able to discuss about it generally. You will not have to discuss about a particular event, a specific event. किसी एक event के बारे में किसी एक इवेंट के बारे में डिस्कस नहीं करना है, ओवरऑल तुम डिस्कस कर सकते हो इस टॉपिक को लेकर, ठीक है. बट वेयर इज इन केस ऑफ फैक्चुअल टॉपिक्स, अ स्पेसिफिक event will be given to you and you have to talk only about that particular event. Now see, WTO and its impact on the Indian economy. So WTO, what is WTO? World Trade Organization. So World Trade, you have to talk about World Trade Organization and how it has impacted on the economy of India. So that is why it is related to a specific thing, isn't it? So that is why it is a factual specific topic. Now let me know whether it's clear or not. Have you understood? the difference between factual generic and factual specific topics?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So factual, overall, just remember that factual topics are related to certain facts and information. Factual topics are related to realistic matters, something that had occurred in the past or something that is currently, happening. It can be related to history, geography, uh, then economy, politics, anything. It can be related to anything. Okay. Now, again, factual topic is subdivided into two other categories: factual generic and factual specific. So, generic topic is basically related to the general, things, to general things, and the factual generic topics are quite easier to handle. So, if you have a basic level of awareness, then you will be definitely able to discuss the factual generic topics. Whereas factual specific topics, because factual specific topics are related to specific events, specific occasions, specific things. So that is why if you do not have any idea about that particular association or that particular event, then you will not be able to give your opinion. So that is why comparatively it's easier to handle factual generic topics, and factual specific topics are a little difficult to handle. But uh, but uh, I will also be telling you certain tips and tricks. I'll also be telling you, certain things which will help you to handle any kind of topic, to take part in a group discussion, and how will you be able to handle any kind of topic. So I'll be discussing about this after some time. All right. Next, abstract topics. So abstract topics are totally based on your perception. You have to carve your own story. You have to generate idea. You will have to carve a beautiful story, and you have to share the same. Factual topics are related to, as I had said, that factual topics are related to facts and information, whereas abstract topics are not at all related to facts and information. They are totally dependent on your imagination and on your perception. Okay, so if you are someone who can, create stories, who is if you are someone who is creative, if you can generate new ideas, if you have the ability to do that, to generate new ideas, then you will be able to handle the abstract topics. Generally, when you go for any kind of group discussion, generally in general you'll get factual topics. The topics that will be given to you will be factual topics. Okay, and mostly factual generic topics. Okay, now there are very very less chances that you will get an abstract topic, but you must know about it, because if you get it, then you'll be able to understand it, and then you'll be able to easily discuss about that particular topic. So, as I had said, that these topics, abstract topics, are totally based on your perception. It's based on your creativity, the way you generate ideas. It's totally based on that. You will have to create stories. So, I just want to show you some of the abstract topics. Pigs can fly. See, pigs can fly. This is an abstract topic. Can pigs fly? Can pigs fly? They cannot. They don't have wings, isn't it? Now, if you get this kind of a topic, you cannot be, someone who who tries to gather facts and information. Okay, because there's no fact, there's no figure related to this particular topic. You have to be creative. You have to be able to imagine and create your own story. Okay, so if pigs had wings, then they could fly. And accordingly, you have to share your imagination, share your perception. Okay, so generally, abstract topics are related to unrealistic things. Okay, whereas factual topics are related to realistic things. कुछ भी, जैसे कि जो भी हुआ है, ठीक है, हिस्ट्री जियोग्राफी, तो फैक्चुअल टॉपिक्स रियलिस्टिक थिंग्स के साथ मतलब factual topics are associated with realistic events, realistic things, realistic matters, whereas abstract topics are totally related to something that is not real. Okay, you have to imagine and then you have to express your thoughts. See, another topic is the clock struck and the clock struck 13. Is there any 13 on the clock? Is there any 13? No, isn't it? It starts from 1 to 12, isn't it? There's no 13 on the clock. There's no 13. Now you have to again imagine. You have to create a story and then accordingly you have to discuss. So if you are a creative person, if you can build stories, if you can create stories, then definitely this would be something very interesting. And actually abstract discussion on abstract topics are quite interesting because people can create stories and they can just discuss about their imagination. So these topics are quite interesting, but of course tough at the same time because you cannot be silly. You have to be something, you have to sound, mature enough. You cannot sound silly, and at the same time you also have to imagine and create a different story, and that's how you will be able to handle this kind of topics. So I hope it's clear. Is it clear? Abstract topics, is it clear? Any doubts? Okay, do you have any doubts regarding factual and abstract topic? If you have any, please ask me. Do you have any doubts regarding factual and abstract topic?
Ma'am, abstract to আকৌ এবাৰ কৈ দিব।
Acha. So, as I had already mentioned, that abstract topics are totally based on your perception. Okay, you have to imagine. As I had given you some examples, as I had shown you some examples, pigs can fly. If I had wings to fly, the clock struck 13. These are not reality, isn't it? Pigs cannot fly. Pigs fly नहीं कर सकते हैं. Pigs के मतलब wings नहीं होते हैं, तो pigs cannot fly. The clock cannot struck 13, isn't it? Because 13 है ही नहीं clock में. तो ऐसे topics abstract topics है, ठीक है? Mostly it is not related. It is related to unrealistic matters. ऐसे एक topic दे दिया जाएगा. It is totally dependent on your creativity, on your perception. And accordingly you have to discuss. So pigs and fly, if this topic is given to you, what is your opinion about this? How can you create a different story out of this particular thing? Okay, so you have to create a story. You have to imagine. And then you have to discuss your imagination. अगर pigs के ऐसे wings होते तो they could fly. क्या होता तब? So abstract topics are related to unrealistic, generally unrealistic things, and it's basically these topics are given to see whether you are a creative person or not, whether you can generate new ideas or not. So these topics are given just to see just to evaluate your creativity, your power of imagination, your perception. Okay, so that is abstract topic. Do not go, like too deep into the topic. It's very simple. Factual topic मतलब जो कि facts and figures के साथ related है, ठीक है. Abstract topic जो कि unreal होते हैं, बस उतना याद रखो. Then you will not be confused. Again, factual, generic and specific. तो generic है ना word, तो general awareness अगर है तो you will be able to discuss about factual generic topics. Factual specific word जो है specific, तो that means it is related to a specific event. तो ऐसे याद रखना, ठीक है. And abstract, ये याद रखना कि these topics are totally based on your imagination, your creativity and your perception. मतलब ये topic मिलेगा तो unrealistic ही होगा, generally unrealistic ही होते हैं, तो you have to create your own story and accordingly you have to discuss. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so moving ahead, now I'll be discussing about some of the rules and regulations that you need to maintain when you take part in a group discussion. All right. Do I have time to do this? Okay, so I won't be able to complete the do's and don'ts of group discussion today, so it's better I do it in the next class. That means I have a next class in the afternoon itself, isn't it? So I'll discuss about the do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations of participating in a group discussion in the next class. That means in the afternoon. All right. So that's all for now. Any doubts? Any questions for me? I guess all of you have understood. Okay then, students. So that's all for now. So see you in the next class in the afternoon. Thank you, everyone.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Take
ma'am.
care. Bye. See you in the next class.
Thank you, ma'am.